Hello everyone, this is Today in History. Today is Saturday, March the 9th, the 69th day of 2024. There are 297 days left in the year. On this day in 432 BCE, before current era, the Parthenon was consecrated in Athens. On this day in 1661, Jules Cardinal Mazarin, a disciple of Richelieu and an architect of France's ascent to European supremacy, died in Vincennes on this day in 1734. Francisco Bayeu, who is considered by his contemporaries to be the finest Spanish painter of their period, and who was greatly influenced by Antonio Rafael Mengs and Giovanni Battista Tiepolo, was born on this day in 1765. Following a vigorous press campaign by French philosopher Voltaire, a court acquitted the Huguenot merchant Jean Calas, who had been executed for allegedly murdering his son. The case greatly strengthened the movement for criminal law reform and religious tolerance in France. On this day in 1796, Napoleon Bonaparte, future Emperor of France, married Josephine. He had the marriage annulled in 1810. On this day in 1831, the French Foreign League, whose official motto is Legio Patria Nostra, the Legion is our fatherland, was founded by King Louis Philippe as an aid in controlling French colonial possessions in Africa. On this day in 1862, during the American Civil War, the ironclads Monarch and Virginia, formerly Merrimack, battled in the harbor of Hampton Roads, Virginia, marking the beginning of a new era of naval warfare. On this day in 1916, Pancho Villa's men killed more than a dozen in a raid on Columbus, New Mexico. On this day in 1930, American jazz saxophonist, composer, and bandleader Ornette Coleman was born in Fort Worth, Texas. On this day in 1934, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin, the first man to travel in space in 1961, was born. On this day in 1943, American chess master Bobby Fischer was born in Chicago. On this day in 1945, the U.S. Army Air Forces bombed Tokyo with napalm, causing fires that destroyed a quarter of the city and killed some 80,000 civilians. On this day in 1959, Barbie, a toy doll that became an international sensation despite criticism, was introduced by Mattel Incorporated. On this day in 1964, Juliette Binoche, who was noted for her intelligence she brought to complex and various roles, was born. On this day in 1996, American comedian and actor George Burns, whose career in show business spanned 93 years, the highlights of which included a popular comedy act with his wife, Grace Allen, died at the age of 100. On this day in 1997, Christopher Wallace, aka Biggie Smalls, aka the Notorious B.I.G, is shot to death at a stoplight in Los Angeles. The murder was thought to be the culmination of an ongoing feud between rap music artists from the East and the West Coast. Just 6 months earlier, rapper Tupac Shakur was killed when he was shot while in his car in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas. Ironically, Wallace's death came only weeks before his new album titled Life After Death was scheduled to be released. On this day in 2006, British politician John Profumo, who, while serving as Secretary of State of War, caused a major scandal in 1963 when it was revealed that he had an affair with Kristen Keeler, a dancer who was also involved in the Soviet military attaché in London, died at age 91. All right, everyone, that's it for today. Today is Saturday, March the 9th, the 69th day of 2024. There are 297 days left in the year.